This meeting of the Littleton Licensing Authority will come to order. City Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Authority Member Bradish.
Here.
Authority Member Cole.
Here.
Authority Member Odell.
Here.
Authority Member Mather.
Here.
Authority Member Levere.
Here.
Authority Member Peterson.
Here.
Authority Member Webb.
Here.
Everyone is present. We do have a quorum. Next item of business is approval of the agenda.
I'll move that we approve the agenda.
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Agenda is approved. Next item, approval of minutes from the previous meeting. Do we have any corrections or additions to the minutes? I wasn't here, so I can't add any. Do I have a motion to approve?
I'll move that we approve the minutes as
I'll
written.
second the motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Agenda is approved, or minutes are approved. Next item of business, we have two findings of probable cause. First one is 9A, Jashiri Corporation doing business as Advanced Liquors, 7945 South Broadway.
The first thing I'd ask of the authority, I have 3 exhibits that I'd ask to be admitted into the record. Exhibit A, which is the authority communication. Exhibit B, which is the police report 2013005576. And Exhibit C, proof of notification to licensee.
I move that we accept the exhibits A, B, and C as presented to the authority.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Is approved.
The issue before the authority is whether there is probable cause to believe that Jashiri Corporation doing business as Advanced Liquors located at 7945 South Broadway in Littleton violated the Colorado Liquor Code and Littleton City Code and should be scheduled for a public hearing to show cause, if any, why its license should not be suspended or revoked. This comes to the authority as a possible violation of the Liquor Code following citation of the licensee on November 3rd, 2013 at approximately 6:50 p.m. for violation of Littleton City Code 3-2-10F. Possible violations include Littleton City Code 3-2-10F, sale to intoxicated persons, and Colorado Revised Statute 1247-9011A. Which is also sale to an intoxicated person. The case report is attached and you admitted it in as Exhibit B. Staff recommends that the authority find that probable cause exists sufficient to set the matter for a show cause hearing, and if so, the show cause hearing should be set for February 12th to allow for a preliminary hearing in accordance with your guidelines on January 8th, 2014.
Everyone's had a chance to read the police reports.
Yes, if there's no presentation by the city, it's pretty straightforward. The criteria for a show cause hearing, a minimum of 2 of those requirements have been met. There was direct observation by a police officer who noted signs of intoxication, which they are trained to do, and there was a citation for a criminal charge made, some evidence to support the charge. So I think unless there's further discussion, I would want to hear a motion.
Does anyone have anything in opposition to having them come in for a hearing?
I don't.
I don't.
Donovan, would you like to make your motion?
Surely. I move to find that there is probable cause to believe that Jashiri Corporation doing business at Advanced Liquors, 7945 South Broadway, Littleton, Colorado, on November the 3rd, 2013, at approximately 6:50 p.m. did violate the Colorado Liquor Code and the Littleton City Code, specifically Colorado Revised Statutes 12-47-91, subparagraph 1, sub A, and the City Code 3-210 F. Based on said findings, I move that the public hearing be set for the 12th day of February 2014 for the purpose of considering the status of said license, wherein the above-mentioned licensee may be present to show cause, if any, why its license should not be suspended or revoked. And further, that notice of these findings and the hearing to show cause shall be forwarded and served to Jahiri Corporation doing business as Advanced Liquors, 7945 South Broadway, Littleton, Colorado, in accordance with the provisions of state law. I move that a preliminary hearing, if necessary, be set for the 8th day of January 2014 for the purpose of considering a possible stipulation, if any, between the licensee and the city of Littleton.
I will second that motion.
Any discussion? City Clerk, would you poll the authority?
Authority Member Bradish?
Yes.
Authority Member Cole?
Yes.
Authority Member Odell?
Yes.
Authority Member Mather?
Yes.
Authority Member Levier?
Yes.
Motion is carried. We will advise the licensees. Next item of business, number 9A. Shanker Incorporated, doing business as Santa Fe Spirits, 6023 South Santa Fe Drive.
Before we begin, again, I would ask that the authority admit 3 exhibits into the record. Exhibit A, Authority Communication. Exhibit B, Police Report 2013005654. And Exhibit C, Proof of Notification to Licensee.
I'll move that we submit exhibits A through C.
I second the motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Carried.
The matter before the authority is whether there is probable cause to believe that Shanker, Inc., doing business as Santa Fe Spirits, located at 6023 South Santa Fe Drive in Littleton, violated the Colorado Liquor Code and Littleton City Code and should be scheduled for a public hearing to show cause, if any, why its license should not be suspended or revoked. This matter comes to the authority as a possible violation of the Liquor Code and Littleton City Code based on an incident on November 8th, 2013, approximately 10:40 p.m., for which licensee's employee was cited for violation of Littleton City Code 3-2-10F. Possible violations include Littleton City Code 3-2-10F, sale to intoxicated persons, and Colorado Revised Statute 1247-9011A. As Authority Member Odell pointed out in the previous matter, the licensing authority guidelines state that the probable cause hearing the authority can consider such things as direct observations and information of the police officer, information provided by witnesses, and whether the citation for a criminal charge was made and evidence in support of such charge. Staff recommends that the authority find that probable cause exists in this matter to set it for a show cause hearing. If that's the case, the show cause hearing should be set for February 12th, 2014 to allow for a preliminary hearing to be held on January 8th, 2014 in accordance with your guidelines.
This one looks very similar to the previous one. We did have a citation issued for serving an intoxicated person. I don't see any reason why there isn't probable cause in this case also.
May I ask a question? It says that they went in, or if the person that served him, I suppose it was the person that he bought it from, was there any conversation between the person that was buying versus who was selling? Because if there was no exchange, how do they know? I mean, he could have had a cold, he could have, I guess I don't know where that connection is from the person selling that can determine that in maybe a 2 or 3 minute exchange.
I believe it's the opinion of the officers based on the individual's physical appearance when he was contacted by Arapahoe Community College police officers, that this person was visually intoxicated, and he just came from the establishment, and that was the basis of their criminal charge, based on their visual observation, that at the time of service, they believed that he would have appeared visually intoxicated in violation of our ordinance.
What was the time frame from whenever he came out of the liquor store to where they came to find him on the grass? And were those cans of beer, were they empty or full, or?
The report doesn't say, and I
Yeah.
wasn't the investigating officer.
Okay,
Based on the hearing, the officers could come and give testimony.
Yes, Authority, Member Peterson, I would remind the authority that in the probable cause hearing, the authority must find that there's just a reasonable belief that a violation may have occurred. And at the hearing, that is the purpose of the show cause hearing. And at that point, the prosecutor would have the police officer here to testify as to the matters in the report.
all right, thank you.
I'd say additionally that the individual admitted to being intoxication, and when a police officer went to the liquor establishment, the clerk said that he had refused to sell this individual alcohol on at least several different occasions. Part of the statute indicates you do not sell to a known drunkard. Whether that would constitute how many times his eyes being a known drunkard, I don't know. But he certainly was aware that this individual potentially had a problem. And again, on probable cause, you might think that the clerk would be particularly aware and noticing of this individual when he purchased alcohol.
I would agree with Authority Member Odell. Also, on the final page of the report, it does say that Officer Keelman did open and empty the 2 cans of beer that were purchased.
Okay, so
So the product that he did purchase had not been consumed and did not affect his additional intoxicated state, apparently.
I have a question regarding policy. Is that standard procedure to pour the beer away?
Yes.
Okay. You don't take it in as evidence or anything? You just destroy it on the?
We'll destroy it. We'll make sure that it appears to be beer. This way, we don't have to destroy it later out of our evidence room.
Thank you.
We might note for the record that the police report states that there was 2 40-ounce cans of beer. So those are exceptional-sized containers.
I'm going to move to find that there is probable cause to believe that Schenker, Inc., doing business as Santa Fe Spirits, 6023 South Santa Fe Drive, Littleton, Colorado, on November 8th, 2013, at approximately 10:40 p.m. Is that correct, or was it a.m.?
AM.
AM.
Excuse me. I'm going to move to find that there's probable cause to believe that Schenker, Inc., doing business as Santa Fe Spirits, 6023 South Santa Fe Drive, Littleton, Colorado, on November 8th, 2013, at approximately 10:40 a.m., did violate the Colorado Liquor Code and Littleton City Code, specifically CRS 12-47-9011A, and City Code 3-2-10F. Based on these findings, I move that a public hearing be set for the 12th day of February 2014 for the purpose of considering the status of the licensee, wherein the above-mentioned licensee may be present to show cause, if any, why its license should not be suspended or revoked, and further that notice of these findings in the hearing to show cause shall be forwarded and served to Schenker, Inc., doing business as Santa Fe Spirits, 6023 South Santa Fe Drive, Littleton, Colorado, in accordance with the provisions of state law. I move that a preliminary hearing, if necessary, be set for the 8th day of January 2014 for the purpose of considering a possible stipulation, if any, between the licensee and the city of Littleton.
I will second.
Any discussion? City Clerk, would you poll the authority, please?
Authority Member Bradish?
Yes.
Authority Member Cole?
Yes.
Authority Member Odell?
Yes.
Authority Member Mather?
Yes.
Authority Member Lavere?
Yes.
Motion is carried. Hearing will be set, if necessary, for January 8th. Next item of business that I can see is general business, item 17A. Is this a real item, resolution regarding setting boundaries? Or is that a leftover from?
Actually, I think my microphone's dead. Actually, I had removed that from the agenda, so I apologize that you still had copies with it. That'll be moved to the next meeting in January.
What, can you give me an idea what it's about?
Kristen and I, the deputy city attorney and I, want to try to streamline the process for defining boundaries for new liquor licenses. And so what we want to do is propose a resolution that would give the city clerk's office the authority to define those boundaries based on past boundaries. And then if there was any disagreement either from the authority or the licensee, then we would discuss that at hearing and redefine them.
Sounds reasonable. We'll take that up at the next meeting. Reports. Do we have any reports from the staff? Authority members?
I think it was of interest to note that in Aspen Grove Shopping Center that Champs is
Oh, yes.
no longer in business and therefore does not have the license. The license just then goes away. Is that correct?
As soon as, I found out the day after they closed that they had closed, and I spoke to someone at corporate, and it was actually a corporate decision. They've closed several of their locations. And when something like that happens, then I send them an affidavit of surrender that they then sign off on and return the licenses to me. They go back to state. But in effect, unless they are surrendered, they still have a viable date on them for that corporation, so they could technically reopen within that time period, which is why once we know something is closed and it's closed permanently, we always try to get those licenses back.
Thank you.
Chairman has no reports. There being no further items to come before us, I declare this meeting of the Licensing Authority adjourned.